From the shores of the Horn of Africa, an unexpected musical revolution took shape that transformed the ancient rhythms and traditional sounds of Somalia into something the world had never heard before. The tones were reimagined, the arts reborn, and the people were finally able to dance and groove to music that stirred their souls and put smiles on their faces once again. In today's video, we'll dive into the incredible story of how Major General Siad Barre sparked a cultural awakening in Somalia during his controversial rule from the late 1960s through the 1980s. While his heavy-handed politics remained divisive, Barre oversaw a unique artistic renaissance that revitalized Somali music, education, gender empowerment, and more. But first, who was this man? And how did he facilitate such a seismic cultural shift? Sit back as we take you through the unlikely tale of Siad Barre's lasting creative legacy. Who was Siad Barre? Born in 1919, Siad Barre was a military general who dramatically seized power through a bloodless coup on October 21, 1969. He forcefully took over from Somalia's fledgling democratic government, ushering in an era of scientific socialism and close cooperation with the Soviet Union. While his dictatorial rule was marred by human rights abuses and violent oppression of opposition groups, the early years of Barre's tenure were arguably some of the most prosperous and culturally rich in Somali history. His first priority was fostering a true sense of unity and Somali nationalist pride among the disparate clan-based regions that made up the country. Barre boldly abolished the ancient system of clan rivalries and fierce divided loyalties that had long fragmented Somali society. In its place, he gave the people newfound freedom to transcend ancient bloodlines and coexist as one. For the first time in generations, ordinary Somali people could share experiences, tragedies and triumphs together without fear of being overshadowed by allegiances to rival subclans. The new spirit of unity and open expression catalyzed by Barre's human-centric policies laid the groundwork for an unprecedented cultural blossoming. He initiated widespread public campaigns against corruption, nepotism, and the nation's vicious cycle of misrule under previous administrations. National security forces were established with the specific aim of stamping out tribalism and clan favoritism to make way for a true meritocracy. With Soviet backing, Barre preached policies of self-reliance, self-help, and a revitalized sense of Somali identity at the expense of ancient divisive loyalties. Seemingly overnight, ordinary Somalis from all walks of life felt an intoxicating shift that prioritized their collective well-being and national rebirth over ancient clan divisions. In this new climate of unity and stability, the stage was set for an unexpected cultural renaissance to emerge: the musical revolution. Up until the late 1960s, Somali musical traditions remained relatively untouched by contemporary influences from abroad. Ancient genres rooted in poetry and oral storytelling, like the passionate Balwo love songs, popularized by the renowned Abdi Sinimo and his Rear Nuer subclan comrades, had dominated for centuries. The reggae-inspired Danto folk tradition also captivated audiences across the nation with its rich rhythmic chants and hand-clapped cadences. But Barre quickly recognized the power of embracing modern art forms to promote his vision of a unified, revolutionary new Somalia, free from tribal divisions. In one of his administration's boldest moves, he started transforming the sleepy music industry into a vital nation-building tool for cultural indoctrination. Barre actively encouraged popular bands like Iftiin Band and Waberi to infuse their ancient melodies with uplifting nationalist themes celebrating the new era. Previously apolitical songs took on new life as motivational anthems, preaching solidarity and anti-tribalism. Tracks like the iconic Oktubar Wati, Wa Tumar, October has arrived, it is the truth, recounting the 1969 coup that brought Barre to power, struck a profound chord. Everyone from schoolchildren to soldiers embraced the empowering lyrics and found themselves marching in solidarity to these musical affirmations of Somalia's revolutionary rebirth. With the administration's full financial and creative backing, the floodgates opened for all sorts of fresh funk, soul and disco influences from abroad to be wholeheartedly embraced within the blossoming Somali scene. What emerged from this cultural synthesis was a unique, infectious new sound the world had never experienced before. Electrifying funk and disco bands like Iftiin and the Dur Dur Band harnessed the revolutionary fervour of the day and made Somalia one of the hottest scenes across the entire Horn of Africa, and the larger Arab world. Although limited by lack of major retail music outlets, their grooves nonetheless dominated the airwaves on Radio Mogadishu, while the bands toured relentlessly to reach the people directly. Previously, unimaginable funk and disco bass lines blended seamlessly into Tradit,